do you say this name? Is it Chinese? Yes, okay. So Google is telling me this is pronounced Hai Xia Lu. I hope that's right, let me know. 1962, left. Paints Van Gogh more skillfully than Van Gogh, right. Should expose how overrated Van Gogh is. What? Who? Huh? Never did I think in the year 2020 someone would try to cancel Van Gogh. That's not what's happening. A little bit of art beef going on, which again, never did I think. Art is relevant, you know what? Art's always relevant. They don't understand. I got this. I'm going to be nice because there's already so much meanness online. And I'm passionate because Van Gogh is kind of, my guy. At least his paintings are my guy. Let me just go through the replies and I will trickle in some art opinions I have about this. Because I, surprise, am also an artist. Not as good as either of these two. But hey, I'm still here doing whatever the hell I do. Shall we? Okay. I mean, there's no doubt about how skillfully that's done. But when I look at this, when I look at Van Gogh, it makes me feel things. Look at the sky. Look at that warm, mango-like lighting. Look at the cobblestones. Look at the symmetry. It's like I can't even put into words how this makes me feel. It hurts me to think that there are people who don't feel that. It's wonderful. Let's see what people have to say about this. I've never seen that picture before. Trying to fit a star into a circle, triangle, or square. That's really funny. A rectangle, whatever. That art isn't just real. You don't understand how many times this idea comes across in the realm of art. Realism is a perfectly valid school of art. It takes skill, it's beautiful, it's real art. But why do people think there's like a certain amount of people out there who think the only art that should be considered good is realistic art? What's up with you guys? How does one judge art? Van Gogh is popular worldwide and Hai Xia Lu. I read about this person only now. I don't know that I necessarily agree with that, just because when Van Gogh was alive and he was painting his paintings, he didn't get recognition the way he's got recognition after he died, which I'm very sorry about, and I wish we could have thanked you. So I'm not sure about that. It's another technique, another time, another person. They are both fine and precious. Yes, we do have to look at the fact the time of Impressionism and Post-Impressionism is very much going to influence what painters were doing and why. And I only know this because my major in university was visual art. My knowledge is limited, so just bear in mind. Impressionism and Post-Impressionism. When we talk about these two periods of art, the intention was never to be realistic. The word itself, Impressionism, the root word is impression. Realism's root word is real. They rejected the idea of the painting things as they were, as they are, to break the rule of realists. And they were more interested in capturing what light did. The atmosphere was about movement, literally capturing an impression. And post-impressionists, which is where this guy falls into, rejected what impressionists were trying to do. You're seeing a pattern here. That's art for you. And we're still doing that. Modernism, postmodernism, contemporary, it's still going. So post-impressionists rejected the concern that impressionists had with the spontaneity and rendering of light and color in a naturalistic way. Post-impressionists emphasized a symbolic rendering of art that actually had more formal order and structure to it. The thing that these two have in common, Impressionism and Post-Impressionism, is that they both stressed the sort of artificiality of the picture. Okay, that's enough art history for right now. I want to look at more replies. Makes Van Gogh look like an amateur. Ouch. That physically hurts me. Physically, it does. It hurts me. It's like saying the only real music is classical music. It's like comparing classical music to modern jazz. Can you say one is better than the other? You might like one better than the other, but what classical music, the period that classical music came up in, and what it's trying to accomplish and how it does it is going to be completely different than what modern jazz is doing. So to even compare that, no. Moving on. Let me see who said anything. Did you actually think before typing this? I feel like several concepts of art have gone right over your head. Ha ha ha, what an amateur. That's not even what the sky looks like. Exactly. It's not supposed to. I'm opposed to cyberbullying. Oh, that's nice. But goddamn, do people make it hard to resist? Yeah. Van Gogh was an Impressionist painter. Ooh, somebody who knows some things. Not necessarily a realism one. The one on the left is clearly a realism take on the original. In short, neither of them are amateurs. It's just a different style of art. Please, please, please study art before you try to diss an artist. The essence of a painting is that it should convey a feeling and not just look pretty. Does the one on the left convey any emotion? Does the sky tell you a story? What do your eyes converge on? Art is not what you see, but rather what the painter shows you. But can you see? That's beautiful. I love how you've worded that. Why do we need to turn this into a pissing contest? Why can't we just enjoy things our own way? The original poster shared it. I think what people find aberrant, ooh, that's a nice word, I like that, is that he or she compared shaded, in brackets, in the first place. These artworks could both just stay appreciated in the first place. A shade is given and people were not comfortable. I was definitely not comfortable. The painting on the left looks like it would hang in the lobby of a comfort inn. The right looks deep. Again, I don't want to say anything bad about the other painting. There's nothing wrong with it. Art isn't what the painter is trying to show you, it's what you comprehend. Ooh, I like that. If it's just a matter of making very realistic or highly precise painting, then we could just have machines do it. That type of art lacks any soul. That's really interesting. We could just have machines do it. There's a video on YouTube I saw. It's a robot program to recreate very famous paintings. I wonder what you would think of that. That at least has texture. How about Voice of Fire by Arnett Newman? This thing was purchased for $8 million. Okay, here's the thing. I know a lot of artists that get angry at stuff like this. This makes me happy. I'm like looking at this like, dude, you figured out something that I clearly need to learn. Teach me your ways. I could probably sing the national anthem better than Jimi Hendrix's guitar, since it's known that guitars can't sing. I've never heard anyone in art that criticized Van Gogh. I'm not saying anyone is above criticism. You're allowed to have a criticism, just I don't know that this one makes sense, to me anyway. This post reminds me of the people in this time that didn't recognize him as a genius because his artwork style was so far ahead of their time. This post speaks volumes on your concept of art. That's interesting. They stopped recognizing him as a genius because he became popular and therefore overrated. But he's not. Genius cannot be questioned. See, when he was alive, he didn't get any recognition, and when he died and got recognition, now he's too popular and people want to say he's overhyped. He can't catch a break, you guys. Can we just leave him alone? That's nothing. Have you seen Thomas Kincaid's work? Many should have been painted like this. It would have been more realistic. I'm glad he brings joy to others, but his paintings make me want to claw my eyes. No, sure, okay. See, art gives people so many different reactions. That's what makes it art. Oh fuck, you're gonna make me defend Impressionists. I already did. Once photographic realism could be conveyed through actual photographs, it became basically obsolete. Hence why so many art movements centered around feeling and not photographic realism. Someone's been reading art history, yes. Photography did heavily influence painting and art. There were paintings that started adding reflections because photography was doing that. We also see modern photography trying to imitate like Renaissance paintings. Realism is literally the easiest form of artwork. I wouldn't say that. It's simply copying what's in front of you. Okay, there are a million realism painters and none of their work stands out as unique because it's just a photo created with oil on canvas. It requires zero vision or creativity. I wouldn't say that. I get what you mean. Seeing something in front of you and painting not what it is, but what you see, yeah, that of course is creativity, innovation. But it takes a lot of skill to paint something accurately as well. Look more closely and you'll see Van Gogh is a mad genius who sees colors, ratio, rhythm, yes, mirroring in one snapshot of reality, cutting in half, it mirrors, yes, left, right, day, night, yes, table mirrors on the stairs, colors are opposite and complementary ratio is perfect, yes, thank you. Thinking about how if any of my art professors saw this, they would have thrown my phone out the window into a street. Yeah. Art isn't all about realism. It's not an equation of the more realer it is, the more art it is. Yes. Speak the truth. Art is complicated and nuanced. Yes, it is. It uses colors and shapes to invoke feelings the same way that music uses notes. Thank you. I made that comparison too. It's not just who can't add more detail. It's not just who can't add more, who can, I think you meant. More detail is the better artist. Exactly. If you think that's something, check this out. There's a picture of McDonald's. I need to reshift how I'm sitting. Okay. Oh gosh, that's really funny. Random trip advisor pick. Much better. No comparison. Hey man. You're not wrong. Saying one type of art is better than another is missing the entire part of art criticism. Yes, this doesn't open any kind of conversation. Exactly. It's a very closed one perspective. Oh my god. I've never seen this meme either. I love that. Oh my god, I want to save that. I want to save that for later. My leg's falling asleep. Ow. I don't agree with the left being more skillful than the right, but should it even matter? Van Gogh is known for more than just how realistic he can make a painting. Finding value in art other than, whoa, it looks so real, is really important in my opinion. Yeah, in my opinion too. That's the thing about art, is like, what one person is going to find value in, another person won't. And that's what art does. That's the whole thing about art. And that's what makes it versatile, that's what makes it have so much depth. That's what makes people, me and you right now, looking at this, reading, typing our opinions, talking about it, that's what art is doing to us. It's making us react. It's giving information that evokes some sort of emotional response. Art is pretty deep, okay? I don't know if anyone told you that before, but I'm telling you now. Oh, realistic art does or does not I can't. Realistic art does not mean better art, so shut the hell up. Realistic art many times struggles to give as much emotion as figurative art, and it's time people finally learn it. I feel like there are artists out there that have done both. See, this is like an art history professor's response. That's what I imagine. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't think about art. Art isn't just realism, point blank. Just end it there, yeah. Pretty much sums up this entire video. The person on the left didn't paint Van Gogh I think you meant paint there, not paint. More skillfully than Van Gogh, they painted their own thing that in no way reflects what Van Gogh painted. That's not really how Impressionism works there, comma, friend. What a polite way to disagree. The funny part is Impressionism is a direct response to the invention of the camera, the most photorealistic painter of all. Disney's pretty overrated too. It doesn't even look like a real... I mean, you're not wrong. I personally have the appreciation for those who are able to bridge the uncanny valley. I don't want to say names wrong. So hyper-realism has its place. Yes, of course. 100%. I don't think anyone was saying that, were they? His skill was unique. You could tell it's a Van Gogh painting just by seeing it. You've got a really good point there. One of the most distinct, like, look at those brush strokes. Look at this. Look at this. Bless you. But no. Excuse me, Van Gogh slaps. Lose looks good. Van Gogh feels good. Ooh, I like how you put that. Yeah, that, yeah, yeah. I like the way you think. I've been on here for too long. So, as you know, if you watch me, a few videos ago I uploaded a sort of vlog-ish type of video of me going to the Immersive Van Gogh exhibit. And in that video I remember talking about why the type of movement that they were creating with Van Gogh's painting, and even in the short film called Loving Vincent, the animation that they were creating with his paintings works so well specifically with Van Gogh and with his style of art. And it's because of that mood and feeling that he already injects into these paintings, and we're bringing it out even more, and we're sort of pushing it and seeing how much more can we play with this. Would that work? Would that exhibit work with something that was highly realistic? I don't know. Definitely not in the same way. There's probably a way you could do it. When I look at a Van Gogh painting, I can't sit there and lie to myself and say I don't feel something. And even if you don't have the intention of it makes me feel things. That's what Van Gogh does. I respect everyone's opinion and your right to have it, but I have a right to react. Thank you for the memes, for the entertainment, for an excuse to put Van Gogh on my wall. So what have we learned here? People aren't going to have the same opinion as you. Share this with your art friends, maybe your art professor, and I'll see you in my next video. I think that went well.